This is Trailblazer Postgame, presented by Johnson Pediatrics.
Back here inside Burns Arena for the Johnson Pediatric postgame show. Utah Tech losing a thriller here to Seattle by the count of 66-65. A furious final 20 seconds where the Trailblazers stole the basketball, took the lead, and then with 1 second left, the tip-in dunk to win it for Seattle. So, Mike, what can you say? It was a gutsy performance by both teams.
Absolutely. I mean, both teams laid it on the line, played hard. Just that last sequence is so interesting because Utah Tech, they got the turnover that they needed. They had that trap over right in front of their bench. They got the ball. They were able to convert. They score, but Seattle doesn't have any timeouts. So they just got the ball in balance and came down, and Utah Tech got the stop. I mean, they got them to miss, but just that offensive rebound. Well,
the Trailblazers, all three of their players sold out on the drive, and then when it came off the rim, that left Kobe Williamson open for the thing. But you know what? Let's tell it like it is. Trailblazers, they lose by one. Okay, here it is, right here. It's been a bugaboo for the Trailblazers all season long. I'm going to give you the sad number here. 9 for 20 from the foul line. 11 points they left out there. Yeah, and they lose by one. And on the other side, Seattle not much better, but they were 8 of 16. So, and the three-point shots just wasn't there for Utah Tech either.
When you shoot higher from the field, the Trailblazers took 56 shots from the field and shot a higher percentage, 46%, than they did from the free throw line at 45%. So, I mean, that's it right there. I mean, that tells a story.
So the Trailblazers dropped to 6-9 in the Western Athletic Conference standings. Seattle goes to 9-6. So the Trailblazers, the one good thing about tonight, 50 miles up the road, Southern Utah, that's right behind Utah Tech for the 9th spot. They lost to Utah Valley. So Utah Valley moves a little further ahead than Utah Tech, but they don't lose any ground against Southern Utah. And those guys are going to be battling for the rest of the regular season for that 8th and final playoff spot.
Yeah, and they say they play the same teams, right? I mean, they're travel partners, so it's Southern Utah and Utah Tech now head-to-head going into WAC Vegas. So it's going to play out very interestingly. I think this game was one that will haunt this Utah Tech team for a little while, right? I mean, that feels like that's one that Seattle just came and snuck away with. They did a phenomenal job defensively the second half. When we talked early in the halftime about what adjustments are you going to make, I thought Noah Gonzalez was going to have a career night tonight. He started off great with 12 points the first half, did not score the second half. They did a much better job of keeping the ball out of his hands and not allowing Noah to go off.
All right, so we got to give out a couple awards here. First, our Appliance Wholesaler Plus Playmaker of the Game.
No question for me, that's Eric Demings. I mean, he made one big play after another, right? Whether it was an assist, he just did a very good job of penetrating, drawing the defense towards him. He gave great 2 assists that led to 2 dunks. He hit shots when he needed to. I thought he was a huge spark off the bench, and he was tonight's playmaker.
Eric Demings did not start the game, but he started the second half. In 22 minutes, 4 of 6 from the floor, 1 of 3. That's a big three-pointer in the final minute of this game.
And he was 4
he
for
had
4.
4 for 4 from the foul line. He had 2 rebounds, 3 assists, only 1 turnover for Eric Demings. He is our Appliance Wholesaler Plus Playmaker of the Game. Shop local and see the local boys at AWP, the playmakers in the appliance business across the freeway from Bloomington Walmart. All right, now our Hearst Ace Hardware Player of the Game.
I think Jalen Searles with another double-double, 13 points, 10 rebounds. Again, 4 of 6 from the free throw line. I mean, he did what he needed to do tonight. I thought Jalen Searles had a solid game in 32 minutes.
Yeah, Jalen 6 of 11. He had, Jalen was 3 of 6, 11 points.
13 points. I think he finished with 13.
Says 11 here.
Oh, really?
But you'd go with Jalen over Noah.
Well, that's a tough one. I think Jalen, he got that big block at the end.
And the tip
Right,
in
or
at the
the
buzzer.
tip in down
Or
here.
tip in with in the final seconds. All right, we'll go Jalen Searles. He is our Hearst Ace Hardware Player of the Game. Find a variety of products and prices that please in the heart of St. George and Cedar City. All right, so the Trailblazers, this is a tough one. This is probably, well, this is the the biggest heartbreak of the season.
Sure.
The way that it ended, but they got a couple steals and a couple points in the final minute. They left a couple of free throws in that final minute after they got the steal, but then Noah stole it, drove in the final 20 seconds. Missed the shot, but Jalen tipped it in, and Utah Tech had the lead. About 10 seconds left, and then Seattle came all the way down the floor, drove in with about 4 seconds left, rolled off the front of the iron, and with 1 second left, Kobe Williamson dunked it in for the game winner to beat Utah Tech by 1.
I see that. How many team fouls was it in the second half? I feel like Utah Tech still had 1 foul to give. Did they not have? Maybe I'm wrong. I thought there was 5 team fouls.
No, they had They had they were in 1-1. They had 8 team fouls.
That's right.
And
That's right.
So they just weren't in the double bonus. So, all right, next up for the Trailblazers, UT Arlington. They got a week to think about this one.
Yeah.
They play next Saturday afternoon at UT Arlington. What is that? 3:00?
Another big one.
Is that a 3:00 tip? I think 1:00 our time. 12:45.
Yeah.
Will be the pregame on Trailblazer Sports Vision and the Fan Sports Radio Network. So, they gotta get some wins on the road. After losing here at home.
Yeah, there's some big ones on the road. You got UTRGV, but you do get Abilene Christian at home.
You get Arlington at home. Arlington on the road.
Tarleton
at home.
Yep.
And Stephen F. Austin on the road.
Yep.
So, all right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, head coach John Judkins will join us on the Johnson Pediatric postgame show. Trailblazers, heartbreaking loss, 1-point loss to Seattle. Be right back.
He's on the 30-yard line. The 20, the 10.
You wouldn't want an incomplete football game. So why use a website with incomplete listings of Southern Utah properties? SouthernUtahRealEstate.com is the most complete, most accurate, and most comprehensive property search in Washington County. Because we're not focused on everything, just on the part that we like the best. Find your Southern Utah home at SouthernUtahRealEstate.com.
Back here in Burns Arena, Utah Tech in a wild and crazy final 20 seconds. They lose to Seattle by 1. This is the Johnson Pediatric postgame show. Rod Zunda along with the head coach, John Judkins. And, wow, Heartbreak City. Gutsy performance by both teams, really. They both played hard, but what a furious and fast final 20 seconds. You stole it away and took the lead. Then a dunk at the end when you guys sold out on the dribble drive.
Yeah, everybody's going to remember how we lost, but that didn't lose a game, even though it did.
Yeah.
At the buzzer. But Rod, I'm just tired of the same stuff. I'm tired of our guys not wanting to rebound. I'm tired of our guys missing foul shots. I'm tired. Those are things we got to fix. And and the only people that can do that is himself. We show them and we preach it and we spend time doing it. They just got to do it. But, we did something different there late in the game. It helped. I thought our traps were good. Got a couple steals out of it, got us going. Great finish there at the end to go up by 1. And then it goes out of bounds, and we go perfect time. We do it. We change up our defense. It's exactly what we talked about. Everything was perfect. And we get beat off the dribble, and our guys aren't in the right spots when he gets beat off the dribble. So they come running in, and I love the effort, but they're not in the right spots, so they have to run farther. And then when you do that, you leave up, you go for a block shot and you miss, you get a rebound dunk or a rebound. Even if you would have dunked it, he would have got the rebound scored and the game's over too. So we just, what I was telling them is, guys, just think if you could take one play back. If I could take one play back defensively, if I could take one play back at the foul line, I could take one play back on a rebound, a loose ball, whatever it was. Those are things that drive me crazy, because you change one of those, you win this game. It was that close. But I love the fight, Rod. We were down 5 with something. We got a big
minute 15 left.
Yeah, minute 15. We made a great shot, made our foul shots there at the end. Like Jalen missed that one, but man, the trap at the end was big, and I was really happy with how hard they fought. But we had a 14-point lead, and then we kind of thought, okay, here we go, and we do that a lot, and it's like we got to fix it. So we'll go watch film again and see what it is. But we, this is a very good team. We had them. Here's a game that we probably should have got. that we let go, it's going to sting. It's going to sting for quite a while.
Well, you hit 50% of your free throws, which isn't asking much, and you win.
Yeah. No, I said one foul shot, two foul shots.
Yeah.
I mean, we missed some one-on-ones. I mean, we had that 4-minute stretch again, Rod, where we didn't score. And going back and watching it again, it's going to be our foul line, go to the foul line, or, we shoot a tough shot, or we get a turnover. We gotta. But man, I'll tell you, our team was. I loved how the battle, but shit, we didn't have Beyond. Tanner was not there tonight. He was sick. He was running out of gas. He couldn't. You saw him fall down a couple of times.
Yeah.
He tried as hard as he could, but he wasn't feeling well. Beyond's got some issues. Not Beyond. Yu's got some issues that he's having. But I love the grit. I love how hard we play. But man, we got to play smarter. And it got to be disciplined. Do your job. Don't try to do somebody else's job. Do your job. And if we can get that figured out, we're right there. But we're playing good against the top teams, Rob. That's the part that's driving me crazy. It's not like we're losing to the bottom half. These guys are the top. They're right there. They're a good team. I mean, they're the only team that beat Grand Canyon. We know we got our hands full, but give them credit. They came out and hit some big time shot. We gave up 2 offensive rebounds on the foul line, which we have 4 guys against their 2, and they hit threes on them. It just can't happen.
Quickly before we wrap things up, Eric Demings, I thought, really
brought
played
good
well. And you
second
talked
half.
about executing well. Only 1 turnover.
Yeah, he was. The thing I liked about him tonight is he had a second gear. He was hesitating, and he was blowing by guys where I haven't seen that out of him. And he was being really aggressive to the basket, and then he got tired, and then I had to get him out, and that happens, when you're playing that hard. I love that. But he had a good game tonight. I thought he did some really good things for us.
All right, so you got a week to think about this, and I know you want to get it out of your minds as soon as possible, right? Or do you want this to linger and have them think about this for a while?
I wish we played tomorrow. These guys wish they could come out right now and play 2 more minutes.
Yeah.
That's how bad they wanted it there at the end. But it's not how you. It's important how you finish, but you gotta do the first part before you get to the finish. You know what I mean? Yep. And we just didn't got some big rebounds late that we got to get, loose balls we got to get, and then we just got to make those free throws.
Got a week off before you go to UT Arlington, and you know how those Texas teams
they're
play.
good.
They get after you.
Yeah, they're good, and they beat us pretty good here. So, this one hurts, and so I said that's why I told them there, hey, we got to go win one on the road now. We got to go win one on the road because our league right now, it's win all your home games and try to win your. Now we got to go steal one. And we can get those guys. We can beat them. We got to play better than we have before. But we're playing good, Rod. We're playing these last 4 or 5 games. We're playing good. We just got to figure a way to win and finish these games and get stops when we need to get stops.
Okay, just a reminder that Tuesday night, 6 o'clock, is the John Judkins Coaches Show here on Trailblazer Sports Vision and on the Fan Sports Radio Network. So that'll do it. Hope you enjoyed this game. It was a crazy finish, and it was a instant classic. But Utah Tech coming up on the short end, 66-65. For Coach Judkins, for Mike Olson, I'm Rod Zundel. Once again, the final here in Burns, 66-65, Seattle over Utah Tech. Have a great night, everybody.